If you saw our thumbnail and wondered, are chia seeds dangerous? Today's video is going to cover exactly that. I'm Dr. Muky, and if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends and family so they can stay informed too. Chia seeds are everywhere right now. They're in smoothies. They're in detox drinks. They're sprinkled on oatmeal, yogurt, salads, even desserts. Health influencers call them a miracle food. Nutrition blogs label them a superfood. Some people even believe they can fix digestion, help weight loss, and protect the heart, all at the same time. But here's the uncomfortable question most people quietly avoid. What if chia seeds aren't as harmless as everyone thinks? Not are they healthy, not do they have benefits, but something far more important. Can chia seeds actually be dangerous if you use them the wrong way? Because behind the glossy health headlines and viral recipes, doctors have been noticing something that rarely makes it into Instagram posts or short-form videos. People aren't just praising chia seeds. Some are ending up in emergency rooms. Some experience intense bloating, pain, or choking sensations. Others report sudden digestive issues they never had before. And most of them say the same thing. I thought chia seeds were healthy. This is not a fear story. It's not an attack on chia seeds. And it's definitely not medical panic. This is about misuse, misinformation, and one common mistake that millions of people make without realizing it. Because chia seeds are powerful, and anything powerful, when used incorrectly, can cause problems. Let's rewind for a moment. Chia seeds come from a plant called Salvia hispanica. They've been used for centuries. Long before modern health trends existed, ancient civilizations valued them for energy and endurance. So no, chia seeds themselves are not poison. But modern usage, that's where things changed. Today, people consume chia seeds in quantities and ways that were never common before. Dry, unsoaked, in large amounts, often without water, sometimes multiple times a day. And that's where the real issue begins. Here's something most people don't know. Chia seeds can absorb up to 10, 12 times their weight in liquid. That's not marketing hype. That's basic food science. When chia seeds hit moisture, they swell. They expand. They form a thick gel-like texture. Now imagine what happens if someone eats them dry or barely soaked and then swallows them quickly. They don't expand in the glass. They expand inside the body, inside the throat, inside the esophagus, inside the stomach. In fact, there have been documented medical cases where dry chia seeds became lodged in the esophagus, expanding so much that swallowing became nearly impossible. Doctors had to intervene. And here's the scary part. Most of those people were not sick. They weren't careless. They were simply trying to be healthy. This is why some doctors now quietly warn patients, especially those with digestive sensitivities, to be careful with how chia seeds are consumed. But you won't hear that warning in most viral videos. Because chia seeds are dangerous doesn't trend well unless it's explained properly. So let's be very clear. Chia seeds are not dangerous by default, but the way many people use them absolutely can be. And this video is about drawing that line. Over the next parts, we'll break down why chia seeds suddenly became a health obsession, the exact mistake that causes most problems, who should be especially cautious, what doctors actually recommend, and how to use chia seeds safely, without fear. But before any of that, there's one mindset we need to drop. The idea that natural automatically means risk-free, because nature doesn't work like that. Even water, too much of it, can be harmful. And chia seeds, despite their tiny size, are far more powerful than most people realize. So if you've been adding them to your diet every day, if you've been drinking chia water without thinking twice, or if you're considering starting, you need to understand what's really going on. Not the hype, not the panic, just the truth. And that's exactly where we're headed next. Chia seeds didn't become popular because of one study, one doctor, or one breakthrough discovery. They became popular because they were perfect for the internet age. Small, easy to add, cheap, and powerful enough to promise results without much effort. In a world where people want better health but have less time than ever, chia seeds felt like the ideal solution. No cooking, no complicated recipes. Just add water, wait a few minutes, and drink. That simplicity turned chia seeds into a symbol of easy wellness. But the story didn't start on social media. Years before influencers began promoting chia drinks and overnight oats, nutrition researchers noticed something interesting about chia seeds. They are naturally high in fiber. They contain plant-based omega-3 fatty acids. They provide protein, minerals, and slow-digesting carbohydrates. On paper, that combination looks impressive. So when early health blogs began calling chia seeds a superfood, the label stuck. Soon after, wellness culture exploded. People started looking for foods that could support digestion, control appetite, stabilize blood sugar, improve heart health. Chia seeds checked every box. Smoothie recipes went viral. Detox drinks promised flat stomachs. Weight loss challenges featured chia water as a daily ritual. And just like that, chia seeds moved from health food stores into mainstream kitchens. But there was a problem hiding beneath all that popularity. Most of the information people were sharing was incomplete. Influencers talked about benefits. They showed aesthetic jars. They posted before and after photos. What they didn't explain was how chia seeds behave inside the body. They didn't explain absorption. They didn't explain expansion. They didn't explain limits. Because those details don't look exciting on camera. Instead, the message became oversimplified. Chia seeds are healthy, add them to everything. That message spread fast. And when something spreads fast, safety often gets left behind. Another reason chia seeds exploded in popularity was comparison. People wanted alternatives to sugar, alternatives to processed snacks, alternatives to expensive supplements. Chia seeds felt natural, clean, and safe. They didn't come with warning labels. They didn't require prescriptions. They were sold next to oats and almonds, not medicine. So people assumed they could consume them freely. More spoons, more glasses, more frequency. Some started drinking chia water multiple times a day. Others added them to meals without adjusting their fiber intake. Some swallowed them dry, chasing them with water. None of this was framed as risky. In fact, many people felt better at first. They felt full longer. They noticed less hunger. They felt like they were doing something right. But for some, subtle signs started appearing. Bloating that wasn't there before. Heaviness in the stomach. Uncomfortable fullness that lasted hours. Difficulty swallowing when seeds weren't soaked properly. These weren't dramatic symptoms at first. They were easy to ignore. And because chia seeds were labeled healthy, people rarely questioned them. That's the dangerous side of health trends. When something is marketed as universally good, people stop listening to their bodies. Doctors began noticing this pattern slowly, not all at once. Patients would mention digestive discomfort. They'd mention recent diet changes. And somewhere in the conversation, chia seeds would come up. Not because chia seeds are bad, but because they were being used without understanding. The internet loves extremes. Superfood, miracle, detox, but real nutrition doesn't work in extremes. It works in context. It works with portion size, with preparation, with individual tolerance. Chia seeds became popular faster than people learned how to use them properly. And that gap between popularity and understanding is where most problems begin. In the next part, we'll focus on the single most common mistake people make with chia seeds. It's simple, it's widespread, and once you understand it, everything else starts to make sense. If there's one reason chia seeds get people into trouble, it's not the seeds themselves, it's how they're eaten. Most people assume that because chia seeds are small, they're easy on the body. That assumption is where the mistake begins. Chia seeds are not like flax seeds. They're not like sesame seeds. And they're definitely not like sugar or salt. Chia seeds behave differently the moment they come in contact with liquid. When they absorb moisture, they expand rapidly and form a thick, gel-like coating. That's their defining feature. And it's also where most problems come from. The biggest mistake people make is eating chia seeds dry or barely soaked. Sometimes it's sprinkled over food. Sometimes it's swallowed with a quick sip of water. Sometimes it's added to a smoothie, but not blended or soaked long enough. It feels harmless, but inside the body, it's a completely different story. Once chia seeds enter a moist environment, they begin to swell. If they haven't already absorbed enough liquid before swallowing, they will do it afterward. That expansion can happen in places where there's very little room. The throat, the esophagus, the upper stomach. In rare but real cases, doctors have had to remove swollen chia seeds because they became lodged before reaching the stomach. The seeds expanded so much that swallowing food or even liquids became difficult. And again, these were not extreme situations. These were people following online health advice. Here's what makes this mistake so common. Health videos often show chia seeds being added quickly to water and consumed almost immediately. What they don't show is the waiting time. Chia seeds need time to hydrate fully. Without that time, they act like tiny sponges inside the body. Another layer of the mistake is quantity. People often assume that if 1 spoon is good, 2 or 3 must be better. But chia seeds are extremely high in fiber. A sudden increase in fiber can overwhelm the digestive system, especially if the person isn't used to it. That can lead to severe bloating, abdominal pressure, gas that doesn't pass easily, constipation instead of relief. Some people even experience cramping, not because chia seeds are toxic, but because the digestive system is struggling to handle the load. Fiber works best when it's increased gradually, but chia seed trends encourage immediate, dramatic changes. Drink this every morning. Add it to every meal. Use it daily. For some bodies, that's too much too fast. There's also a hydration problem most people overlook. Fiber absorbs water. If someone eats a lot of chia seeds without increasing fluid intake, the body pulls water from the digestive tract. That can slow digestion and make symptoms worse, not better. So the mistake isn't just eating chia seeds. It's eating them without soaking, in large amounts, without enough water, without letting the body adjust. That combination is what causes trouble. And here's something important. Many people don't connect their symptoms to chia seeds. They think it's stress. They think it's something else they ate. They think their body is detoxing. So they keep going until the discomfort becomes impossible to ignore. In the next part, we'll look at what actually happens inside the body after chia seeds are consumed, step by step. Once you understand that process, the warnings start to make a lot more sense. The moment chia seeds enter the body, they don't behave like most foods. They don't break down immediately. They don't dissolve. They don't pass through quickly. Instead, they react. As soon as chia seeds come in contact with moisture, saliva, stomach fluids, or intestinal liquids, they begin to absorb it. And they don't absorb a little. They absorb a lot. Each tiny seed swells, forming a gel-like outer layer that continues to expand as long as liquid is available. This process doesn't wait for digestion to begin. It starts almost instantly. If the seeds were fully soaked before eating, this expansion already happened safely outside the body. But if they weren't, the expansion begins internally. In the throat and esophagus, space is limited. That's why dry or partially soaked chia seeds can feel uncomfortable going down. In sensitive cases, they can create a pressure-like sensation that feels stuck or tight. Once the seeds reach the stomach, the environment changes. Stomach acid doesn't break chia seeds down right away. Instead, the gel they form slows digestion. For some people, this is a benefit. It can help with appetite control and blood sugar stability. Food stays in the stomach longer. Fullness lasts longer. Hunger signals are delayed. But this same effect can become a problem. When digestion slows too much, the stomach feels heavy. People describe it as feeling uncomfortably full, a sensation of food just sitting there, pressure rather than satisfaction. This isn't damage, it's overload. As the chia seeds move into the intestines, their high fiber content becomes the main factor. Fiber feeds gut bacteria and supports regular bowel movements, but only when the body is prepared for it. If someone suddenly adds large amounts of chia seeds, the digestive system can struggle to adapt. Gas production increases. Water shifts inside the intestines. Movement can slow instead of improve. That's when bloating and discomfort appear. Another thing that rarely gets mentioned is how chia seeds interact with other foods. When eaten alongside protein and fat, their slowing effect is balanced. When consumed alone, especially in liquid form, their impact is stronger and faster. That's why some people feel fine adding chia seeds to meals, but feel uncomfortable drinking chia water on an empty stomach. There's also an individual tolerance factor. Some digestive systems are highly sensitive to gel-forming fibers. For those people, even properly soaked chia seeds can feel heavy if portions are too large. This doesn't mean their body is weak. It means their digestion works differently. And this is where confusion sets in. Two people can eat the same amount of chia seeds. One feels great, the other feels terrible. So who's right? Both, because chia seeds don't act the same way in every body. They amplify whatever digestive patterns already exist. If digestion is slow, they slow it further. If hydration is low, they pull more water. If fiber intake jumps suddenly, they overwhelm the system. Understanding this internal process changes the conversation completely. It shifts the focus away from fear and toward awareness. In the next part, we'll talk about real cases, situations that made medical professionals start paying attention, not to scare anyone, but to show why proper use matters. Sometimes, the best way to understand a health trend is by looking at real experiences. Chia seeds seemed harmless until doctors started noticing patterns in patients reporting unexpected digestive issues. Take, for example, a 32-year-old woman from California. She had no prior digestive problems. She started drinking chia water every morning, inspired by a popular health influencer. At first, she felt energized. She enjoyed the fullness. It seemed like everything was working perfectly. But a few days later, she felt something unusual, a tightness in her throat. She tried ignoring it. She thought maybe she was stressed. Then came bloating that lasted hours. She noticed mild cramping. Eventually, she struggled to swallow her food properly. When she went to her doctor, the diagnosis wasn't a disease. It was the way she consumed chia seeds. The seeds had expanded in her esophagus and stomach because she had been drinking them dry, without proper soaking and in large amounts. This is not an isolated case. Another patient, a 45-year-old man from New York, added 3 tablespoons of chia seeds directly into his morning smoothie, unsoaked. Within a week, he experienced severe abdominal heaviness and irregular bowel movements. The doctor explained it was a sudden spike in fiber, paired with inadequate water intake, that overwhelmed his digestive system. Then there's a teenager in Florida, athletic and healthy, who started a daily chia energy shot before workouts. She developed throat irritation and bloating, and initially thought she was just dehydrated. A physician later confirmed the seeds weren't fully hydrated before ingestion, leading to temporary obstruction in the upper digestive tract. What do all these cases have in common? None of the people were careless. None of them had chronic health issues. They were simply following health advice online. And yet, their bodies reacted in ways that were unexpected, sometimes uncomfortable, and occasionally alarming. These real-life experiences highlight a simple truth. Health trends can be powerful, but they're not risk-free. Doctors started noticing these patterns, not because chia seeds are toxic, but because people misuse them unknowingly. Here's the takeaway. Chia seeds themselves aren't dangerous. The danger appears when preparation and portion rules are ignored. Listening to your body and gradual adaptation are essential. In the next part, we'll explore who should be extra cautious with chia seeds, because some people are more vulnerable than others. Chia seeds are marketed as a superfood for everyone, but the truth is, not everyone should consume them the same way. Some people need to be especially careful, even if they've never had digestive issues before. 1. People with digestive sensitivities. If you have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, or frequent bloating, chia seeds can exacerbate symptoms. The high soluble fiber in chia seeds forms a gel in your intestines. For sensitive digestive systems, this can trigger cramping, gas, and discomfort. 2. Those with swallowing difficulties. Chia seeds expand quickly when hydrated. People with esophageal disorders or difficulty swallowing can face serious risks, including obstruction. Dry seeds are especially risky. Always soak them properly. 3. Individuals with low fluid intake. Fiber works with water, not alone. If you eat large amounts of chia seeds but don't drink enough water, fiber can slow digestion, causing constipation or bloating. 4. People on blood thinners or heart medications. Chia seeds contain omega-3 fatty acids, which are healthy, but can interact slightly with blood-thinning medications if consumed in very large amounts. It's rare, but if you take daily medication, a doctor should approve your chia intake. 5. Children and elderly. Young kids and older adults are more sensitive to fiber overload and choking hazards. Even small amounts of improperly soaked chia seeds can cause digestive discomfort. 6. Those who suddenly increase fiber intake. Even if you're healthy, jumping from low fiber to 6 tablespoons of chia seeds per day overnight can overwhelm your system. Fiber needs gradual adaptation. Key takeaway: chia seeds are safe for most people, but only if used correctly. Preparation, portion, hydration, and individual health all matter. Ignoring these factors is what leads to bloating, discomfort, and rare medical visits, not the seeds themselves. In the next part, we'll dive into the digestive issues most people never expect, including subtle symptoms that signal your body is struggling with chia seeds. Most people associate chia seeds with healthy digestion. After all, they're high in fiber and absorb water to form a gel, something nutritionists often praise for gut health. But the reality is more nuanced. Even properly soaked chia seeds can cause digestive issues if your body isn't prepared for the amount of fiber. Subtle signs you're overdoing it. Bloating that doesn't go away. You feel a sense of fullness hours after eating, even though you haven't eaten much else. This happens because the gel formed by chia seeds slows stomach emptying. Gas and cramping. Fiber feeds gut bacteria, which produce gas. For some people, this leads to discomfort. Unlike obvious digestive distress, this can be mild but persistent, making it easy to ignore. Constipation instead of relief. Counterintuitive, but too much chia without enough water can actually slow bowel movements. Some people think they're eating a digestive aid, but their system is overwhelmed. Throat or esophagus pressure. Even when soaked, chia seeds can expand slightly in the esophagus if swallowed too quickly or without adequate water. It can feel like a minor obstruction, often dismissed as temporary. Abdominal heaviness, a lingering feeling of fullness or pressure, not painful but uncomfortable, can affect daily activities and workouts. Why these issues are overlooked. Most health videos only show positive effects. Influencers rarely discuss the subtle, delayed reactions. People assume that because chia seeds are natural, they cannot cause discomfort. The truth is, even natural foods can challenge the digestive system if used incorrectly. Fiber is excellent, but it needs gradual introduction, plenty of fluids, proper portion sizes. Without these, the body struggles silently. The bottom line, digestive problems from chia seeds are not common for everyone, but they exist, and they are often overlooked. Understanding your body's signals is critical. Slight bloating, slow down intake. Cramping or pressure, reevaluate preparation. Persistent discomfort, stop and consult a professional. In the next part, we'll discuss a more serious concern: the potential impact of chia seeds on the heart and blood pressure, something few people talk about, but many health-conscious individuals should know. Chia seeds are celebrated for heart health. They're packed with omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, and antioxidants. On paper, they help reduce inflammation, improve cholesterol, and support overall cardiovascular health. But here's the nuance most people don't hear about. Too much of a good thing can backfire, especially for certain individuals. 1. Blood pressure considerations. Chia seeds can have a mild blood thinning effect due to omega-3 content. For healthy adults, this is usually safe. But for someone already taking blood thinning medications or antihypertensives, consuming large amounts of chia seeds daily could amplify the effects, potentially lowering blood pressure too much. Symptoms might include dizziness, lightheadedness, unusual fatigue. Most people won't experience serious issues, but it's something to be aware of. 2. Heart and electrolyte balance. Chia seeds absorb water and expand in the digestive tract. If fluid intake is insufficient, dehydration can occur, especially if large amounts of chia are consumed regularly. Dehydration affects heart function, blood volume, electrolyte balance. For people with heart conditions, this subtle effect can cause extra strain on the cardiovascular system. 3. Interaction with supplements or medications. Some people combine chia seeds with other supplements for heart health, like fish oil, magnesium, or potassium. While generally safe, consuming too many combined sources of omega-3 and fiber can thin blood further, affect digestion, alter absorption of medications. Doctors advise moderation and consulting a professional if you're on regular heart medication. 4. Portion control is key. Most problems aren't caused by chia seeds themselves. They're caused by ignoring portion, hydration, and personal health conditions. For most healthy adults, 1-2 tablespoons of soaked chia seeds per day is safe and beneficial. Exceeding that, especially with dry seeds or low water intake, introduces risks. The bottom line, chia seeds are powerful and beneficial, but not risk-free for everyone. Understanding your body, your medications, and your heart health is essential before making chia seeds a daily habit. In the next part, we'll cover how doctors actually recommend using chia seeds safely, step by step, so you can enjoy the benefits without discomfort or risk. After seeing real cases of discomfort and complications, doctors don't tell people to avoid chia seeds entirely. Instead, they focus on safe preparation and gradual introduction. Here's the step-by-step guide most health professionals recommend. 1. Always soak the seeds first. Chia seeds absorb liquid and expand quickly. Soak 1-2 tablespoons in 1/2 cup water or milk for 10-15 15 minutes before eating. This prehydration prevents expansion inside the throat or stomach, reducing choking or digestive pressure. 2. Start small. Even healthy adults shouldn't jump to large doses immediately. Begin with 1 tablespoon per day. Observe how your body reacts for a few days. Gradually increase to the recommended 2 tablespoons per day. 3. Drink plenty of water. Fiber needs fluid to move properly. For every tablespoon of chia seeds, drink at least 1 full glass of water. Hydration prevents constipation, bloating, and pressure in the stomach. 4. Combine with meals. Chia seeds work best when eaten with other foods. Add to oatmeal, yogurt, smoothies, or salads. Avoid consuming large amounts on an empty stomach, which can amplify digestive slowing. 5. Be mindful of medications. If you take blood thinners, blood pressure medication, heart medication, consult your doctor before consuming daily chia in large amounts. 6. Listen to your body. Even when following all rules, everyone's digestion reacts differently. Bloating, reduce intake or increase water. Cramping, wait a day or 2 before continuing. Persistent discomfort, stop and consult a professional. 7. Don't believe the hype alone. Viral recipes and superfood challenges often exaggerate safe amounts. Doctors emphasize moderation and personalization over following trends. The bottom line: chia seeds can be a healthy addition to most diets. Soak them first. Start small. Stay hydrated. Combine with meals. Adjust to your body's tolerance. Follow these guidelines, and chia seeds are more likely to benefit your body than harm it. In the next part, we'll explore exact safe daily limits and the hidden risks of exceeding them, so you can use chia seeds without stress. Chia seeds are small, but don't let their size fool you. They're incredibly potent. Even though they're considered healthy, eating too many can create problems, sometimes silently. 1. Recommended daily amount. Most nutritionists and doctors suggest 2 tablespoons, about 10-20 grams per day for adults. This amount provides fiber, omega-3s, and minerals without overwhelming your system. 2. What happens if you go over? Some people assume if 1 tablespoon is good, 3 or 4 must be better. But here's what excessive chia intake can cause. Digestive overload. Sudden spikes in fiber can cause bloating, cramping, and irregular bowel movements. Hydration problems. Chia seeds absorb water if you're not drinking enough. Your body can feel dehydrated. Calorie miscalculation. Large amounts can add unexpected calories, affecting weight management goals. Interaction with medications. Blood thinners or heart medications can be slightly affected by excessive omega-3 intake. 3. Hidden risks people don't think about. Eating dry seeds. Risk of esophageal obstruction. Drinking chia water on an empty stomach. Higher chance of bloating and pressure. Large doses multiple times per day. Strain on digestive and cardiovascular system. Even though it's rare, it's better to be aware than regret later. 4. Gradual adaptation is key. Your body needs time to adjust to fiber. Start with 1 tablespoon. Slowly increase to the recommended 2 tablespoons. Watch how your body responds. This gradual approach prevents digestive discomfort while letting you enjoy the health benefits. 5. Listen to your body, not trends. Many online trends encourage super doses of chia seeds for quick weight loss or detox. These can backfire if ignored. Remember, moderation beats excess every time. The bottom line: chia seeds are safe and beneficial when eaten in the right amount. Too much, too fast, or without hydration can lead to digestive and subtle cardiovascular issues. In the next part, we'll explore the difference between healthy use and harmful use, helping you understand how to balance safety and benefits. Chia seeds are powerful, but the difference between benefit and discomfort comes down to how you use them. Let's break it down. 1. Healthy use. Soak before eating. Always hydrate seeds for at least 10-15 minutes. Moderate portion. Stick to 1-2 tablespoons per day. Drink water. Fiber works best with sufficient fluid intake. Combine with meals. Add to yogurt, oatmeal, or smoothies, not empty stomach. Listen to your body. Stop or adjust if bloating or discomfort occurs. When used this way, chia seeds can improve digestion, reduce appetite naturally, support heart health, provide sustainable energy. 2. Harmful use. Eating dry, seeds expand in throat or stomach, causing pressure or choking. Large quantities, more than 3 tablespoons per day, especially suddenly. Low hydration. Fiber pulls water from the digestive tract, causing bloating or constipation. Empty stomach, rapid expansion and discomfort. Ignoring symptoms, continuing despite bloating, cramping, or fullness. Harmful use doesn't happen instantly. It's gradual and cumulative. Over time, discomfort increases, and rare complications can occur. 3. Key takeaway. The line between healthy and harmful use is simple. Preparation plus portion plus hydration plus body awareness equals safe use. Neglect any of these, and even a tiny superfood like chia seeds can become a problem. After exploring every angle, from benefits to mistakes, from real cases to digestive science, the truth is clear. Chia seeds are powerful, but context matters. They are not magic. They are not harmful by default. They are a tool. The superfood side, packed with fiber, omega-3s, and antioxidants, supports digestion when used properly, helps stabilize blood sugar and appetite, can improve heart health and energy. Used correctly, chia seeds are one of the most versatile and beneficial foods you can add to your diet. The silent risk side, dry seeds can expand in the throat or stomach. Overconsumption can overwhelm the digestive system. Lack of hydration can cause constipation or bloating. People with heart conditions or on certain medications need caution. Misuse, not the seed itself, is what creates problems. The bottom line, chia seeds are safe and effective if you soak them before eating. Stick to 1-2 tablespoons per day. Drink enough water. Eat them with meals. Gradually increase intake. Listen to your body. Failing to follow these simple steps turns a superfood into a potential digestive challenge. Final advice, don't follow trends blindly. Respect your body's signals. Use chia seeds intelligently. When done right, chia seeds remain a true superfood, not a silent risk. And that's the full story, real, human, practical, and safe, straight from research, doctor's advice, and real-life cases.